sort of understand what's happening within the event.
Go ahead. I would say I gotta give Chandler, Tola, and Noah credit for their name. The Hombres is
so good.
Fantastic. It's like a triple entendre, pretty much, because it's also a card game for 3 people.
Okay.
And Hombre hair, which goes from like brown and dark to like blonde and like light at the end. So it's like Chandler, Tola,
they nailed
Noah.
The whole thing.
They just nailed it. It just nailed it. It's perfect. I couldn't believe it.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about Ricky Garrar, because I know you followed him for a long time, from the beginning of his career until now. And from your perspective, Jeremy, what do you think the biggest difference between him is as a competitor now compared to when you first saw him kind of bust onto the scene?
I think I'm probably going to go out on a limb here, but I probably think it's the Justin Kotler influence. Mm-hmm. I think someone to get into his sort of headspace and call him out on things that necessarily he got away with, maybe when Ben, his brother, was coaching him at the time, and Ben would let that slide. Justin goes, no, that's not happening. Telling him to slow down when he needs to slow down, except when he's mountain biking. That was actually that was the other thing that Chandler mentioned as well. He goes, yeah, we both went riding, we both hurt our like upper body, our shoulders, our hands and stuff. He goes, but I still competed at the games.
Wow.
Yeah, so it started already. But I just think, just that listening to a voice of reason, if you will, and it's, hey, don't do that. Even when he went to Wodapalooza 2 years ago, you've got food poisoning. Don't compete. Sit it out and be patient. And I think that's probably the thing that's improved his trajectory as an athlete over the last 5 years, and not just being a rabid dog down here and going out of the gate as soon as someone arrives. He's just sort of calmed down a little and probably assessing where his future is, because he was out of the sport for a long time.
Yeah.
So, he needs to be a lot smarter with what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you think he can still contend for fittest on earth, given how packed it is at the top for the men's field?
No doubt.
Yeah.
I've seen drive in athletes before, but his drive as like someone who's come back from a long period of time out is just phenomenal. He's going to do everything, and he wants to tick that box. So he will stop at nothing.
It's crazy when you think about the hurdles in front of him in totality when you step back at it now, at least coming into this season, whether it's the shoulder injury, obviously there was the suspension and all of the things that could have gone wrong in between those. And the fact that he's still just like head down, wants to keep charging forward is certainly impressive for sure.
Oh, and just keeps improving what he's doing. He's sort of finding new tools in his kit box to improve his performance, whether that's his mobility or his recovery or hydration, or it doesn't matter what it is. He's finding new ways to improve what he's doing. So I think that's an important factor. And his longevity in the sport, but also his sort of goal to get to the top of that podium.
Yep.
I want to just ask you about, too, since you are the mayor of Australian CrossFit, what is the mood down there in the community? Because all we know is what's around us here in North America and what people are talking about up here, and that's where kind of most of the media is generated. But what's the mood down there about the current sort of state of things?
It's really weird. I was talking to Annie last night about it all, and she goes, there's some talk about like the affiliate side of things, and there's what's happening in competition and like this. But we're the same. We're just on our little bubble down here in our island floating around. But we don't sort of get too much. It's all that sort of secondhand response stuff. We have got an affiliate summit happening tomorrow, which will be Thursday our time, where all the affiliates will get together. And last year we were fortunate to have CEO Don Fall and Gary Gaines out here to run that whole thing. So this will be a locally based affiliate summit, and I think there's 120 affiliates coming down, which will be like wonderful, and get those guys together and probably spitball a little bit in the room and probably get an idea of what's actually happening rather than a little bit of hearsay. As you say, like we only hear things secondhand. And Lily Cosgrove, who's taken over as the Australian country manager now, she's doing a great job in sending out as much info as possible weekly on stuff that's happening and all that sort of stuff. And I know Leah over in New Zealand's doing the same sort of thing. And Ed Morrison, the director of the region, he'll be he'll be getting things aligned and making sure everything's on the right path. But those three in particular are just driving the affiliate model down here and trying to get everyone got together as much as possible. I saw that. I've been over New Zealand a couple of times in the last month, and their community over there is just like phenomenal. They've got such a great community over there. You're not surprised when you see great athletes come out of there. But they do competitions nearly every week, and they get like 800 to 1,000 remote competitors.
Wow!
Like every time, it's just crazy how well they're doing over there. So, but just having those drivers behind to make sure everyone's on the right path. But I think information coming tomorrow will be a big step in that.
We haven't talked women's team of three.
Yeah.
Besides, obviously, is there really a flat white CrossFit?
True story, Sydney based. We do some good flat whites down here.
That is a fact.
So I hear. Yeah. I saw that on the line of teams. Double take. I'm like, hey, you're mixing all of your passions there, you know. But I think the team that draws the most attention, right, is the Invictus team, the California girls that has Jessie Smith, Emily Rethwell, Danny Spiegel, Jesse and Emily both competing, you know, on games caliber and games teams, and you know, Danny being individual games athlete since 2019. Is what is the team? What are the couple of teams that can maybe push these three and kind of maybe defend the wall, if you will, from these, you know, these crazy North Americans coming over and trying to win their event?
Well, three in particular, Nextletica Gold, which has got Christy Hollard, who's got all of that experience. And she's another one with Royce who competes, like she could compete every single day of her life if she wanted to, because, she just competes all the time and she does such a great job. Bryony Chalice, who was in the EXF team at the Games 2 years ago, she's in that team. And dare I say, call her a veteran, Amy Alessi, who's pretty much competed at every competition at Wollongong since regionals came down to this region. You won't miss Amy. She's got the longest blonde ponytail in the world. It's nearly as sort of long as she is tall. But she's got so much experience. So she'll balance out that team really well, really good gymnastically. So that'll be a good team. We've got the Renegade Girly Pops team from Auckland, New Zealand, which has got Bailey Rogers in it. Bailey kicked off the fittest in New Zealand last week, the New Zealand Nationals competition, and has got over her little niggling back injury, and she's looking in great form. So Bailey Rogers getting into that team with a youngster called Gabby Napper. Now, Gabby was in the Renegade team at Torian this year, and as a 17-year-old, when you're snatching 225-pound, 100 kilos, like she did last week at the competition,
Jerry.
She's definitely one to watch in the coming years. Gabby Napper, another blonde-haired ponytail girl, and another athlete they've got in is Gemma Ellis, who won the RX division at the New Zealand Nationals last week. So that'll be a really well-balanced team as well. And we talk about Ricky trying to mentor these youngsters coming through. Bailey Rogers is going to find herself in a similar position with Gemma and Gabby. Gemma just coming off having a baby as well. So proving that down here, like we've got our females having babies and bouncing back straight away. So
yeah, man,
there we go. It's all good. Yeah.
Did you say 17 years she snatched 100 kilos?
100 kilos, 225 pounds. It's on. If you look at the New Zealand Nationals Instagram stuff, it nearly like exploded the internet. It was crazy.
I'm just going to quit. I mean, at this point, there's 17-year-old women. I mean, that's nuts. Wow.
Yeah. Well. So, yeah, big fish for Gabby Napper. But the last team, I don't think I've been more excited in my life than this team. It is the Fit Mummers, which are Alethea Boone, Justine Beef, and Jaylene Manzi. Three mums who have got some great calibre at CrossFit Games level, and I think they are really going to shake it down for the rest of them.
For those of us who want to watch this, and I'll be watching as much as I can, what events are you calling? Because that's a lot of action, man.
Yeah, so all the elite teams and all the elite individual stuff that will be covered on live stream every day. I think we're sort of starting at about midday our time, which will be sort of
nighttime our time, probably
7 till 10 p.m.
Prime time, man.
Oh yeah,
can't wait. So give me something to watch at night.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then we're going to be doing all the live stream for the other stuff, but we're just going to take the MC feed from the floor for those ones.
okay, I give up. I just watched this video.
Let me see if I can find it.
It's New Zealand _nationals. I caution you, Sean, because I think we should just pack it in. It's like, one, she almost pulled it behind her. Two, even though she catches a little bit soft, she like basically presses it out at the bottom and looks so comfortable doing it. And it's not fair.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I was watching. Yeah, I was watching it live, and I went. She not only.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, we got you back.
Okay, you dropped out there for a second. I'm gonna show it here so we can all watch this. Hang on, because this is insane. All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Wow. I mean, come on. That one more time. We'll just watch it. Just one more time. This is 100 kilos, 225. Boop, no problem.
What do you guys call that? A bucket of pop?
It's like, It's like, all right, I've seen enough of that. It's, what was it? Coach Bergener said, what do you say to someone with like an early, who snatches 300 pounds with like an early pull? Nice lift.
Yeah.
What do you say to someone like maybe the soft arm is still, that's a good lift. That's
Exactly.
That's incredible, man. That'll be fun to watch. Well, listen, man, have a great call. And for those people who are wondering, you can find this on the Down Under Championship website, Facebook page. Check their Instagram feed. But Jeremy will be calling it with Andy Sakamoto. And check local listings. You got competition to watch this week, man. It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah, we've got on YouTube as well, so everything's linking up as per normal, just like a games feed. So yeah, we're gonna get it out as much as we can, and I think it's gonna be a great. Good crowd expected in as well.
Awesome, and I'll be sure to send you, all kinds of text messages while you're trying to work.
please do.
I will, man. Well, listen, hey, Jeremy, thanks so much for doing this. I know you're just starting your day off over there. I'm sure you got rehearsals and things you got to go deal with, but always appreciate you checking in. Got to get that flat white. Yeah, got to get some brekkie.
That's it.
And yeah, man, have a great call and looking forward to watching it. Thanks again for stopping by.
Easy. Thanks, guys.
Right, yeah, we'll see you soon. All right, Jeremy. Okay, there he goes. Jeremy Austin, our good friend.
Woo.
That's good stuff.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I always appreciate Jeremy stopping by.
It is nice because, like you said, at times, I feel like the community in Oceania down there is deserving of a little bit more, but they're beyond the obvious barriers that we've talked about.
Yeah, I've been there. I got to be there for the invitational that we did in 2017, and I got to call it with Jeremy. It was awesome. And the community there, and the gyms that I visited, and the people, it was so good. They were super friendly, super engaging. It's like what you would hope, like the best of CrossFit is. That is what I saw. Paul Walton, who's a coach down there, went to his gym. It was a great time, and I'm with you. I think that they have such talented athletes down there.
It's impressive that they're starting to churn out more high caliber athletes. I think this year in particular was a nice eye opener with the success of both